Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. Thank you very much for joining us here at CCSC. Welcome back to our new Washington, D.C. build. This is our city so far. We've got a oil industry going on over here to the left. We've got some fishing industry going on down here. And some agricultural up there. Standard industry in the back. Giant city park. Welcome back to the channel. Thank you very much for joining us. Please like, share, and subscribe. In today's episode, picking up right where we left off, we're going to go ahead and hit play. 3 times speed. Let's get this thing going. Now, we do need to address quite a few things, like Elizabeth Farms up there. Not enough buyers for products, but we don't need to worry about any of that right now. What we need to do is answer some residential demand that has surged because of all of this oil over here. The oil industry doesn't have long to survive. However, it has enough time that we can capitalize on the residential demand that we have. We are growing at 50 per turn. We're at 9,600 residents. I'm going to build a giant residential area over here. This is all going to be high density residential. And if you go to the landscaping tool over here, you can see there's a nice ridge right here. This is the tallest point in the entire peninsula, and then it pretty much goes down. It's very rigid, very rocky, very undulating. So let's go ahead and get this business out of there. You can see the oil industry is going off. So we're going to build our town center kind of right here. We're going to build a giant town square, and we're going to add a few of these unique buildings. We haven't put any of them down yet, and the first thing that I want to do is we're going to put the city arch in, which is... where is it at? Right there. We're going to put the city arch in over here. Now, the city arch is a monumental gate that spans over a road, increases the tourist capacity of roads 5%. We're going to go ahead and put that entering our first little town right over here. So whenever you come into town, you now have this beautiful city arch greeting you. That's the first thing that you see. And going back to our new build over here, we're going to put a few more unique buildings in over here. But for right now, we need to start by building the build. Let's go with a... so coming into it... let's go with this. So we're going to go to our straight tool and just connect across so that we can get a straight node to line up to. And then we will go with a nice tree lined, probably about there, 6-lane road. Probably about there, yeah. And then we'll go with a 1-way option for the tree lined road. And we're just going to do a square. So we're going to do, let's do 3 and 2. And then I'm going to go ahead and do 3 from this way so that we know where to go. And we can change the direction later. We don't need it to be that big. Let's go ahead. Something like that. I think so. And we'll change the direction on this. Now we've got a nice 6-lane, 1-way little square. So no matter where you're coming into this area, you got to come right to here, stop, and go left. Well, you don't even have to stop, really. You got to go left, though. So that helps direct the traffic flow because all of this is going to be high-density residential. High-density residential obviously has a lot more traffic. So can we... I apologize, there are cats playing in the background. Yeah, there we go, and we'll change the direction there. Now we've got highway entrance, straight into town, straight back out. And let's check out our city. We've got some dead buildings over there, that's no problem. Where is... where are our corners? We're at 15. We might want to put down... we're going to go ahead and put down another... graveyard, and I think we're gonna put that off the main road right here. That looks good to me. Not that, healthcare. Can we fit it here? No, of course not. Can we fit it here? Yeah, we gotta knock out that building. Let's see. Let's go ahead and put it down here. I don't know exactly what we're doing with this side of town, but we'll go ahead and put a graveyard here for now. And actually, let's go ahead and put 2 matching graveyards off of this main road. That should help everyone. And we should be alright. Delete that building out of there. Now, back to what we're doing. I want to put down some landmarks over here. So, I want to put down some shopping areas. I want to put down maybe this. Do I want to put this down? Let's see. I do want to put a few landmarks. I don't necessarily know exactly what all I want. I don't want to put the football stadium in yet. I've already thought about that. But I want to put a couple shopping centers. Yeah, we need it just a little bit bigger, don't we? Or maybe even the Expo Center or Science Center. Let's see. Expo Center won't fit there. Will Science Center? No, of course not. Aquarium? Aquarium fits perfect. So let's go ahead and put the aquarium here. That works for me. Let's try and get it lined up right with the middle. And it's a little off kilter, but that's fine. So that's the first thing that you see whenever you come into this part of town is the aquarium. Giant aquarium. What's it look like back here? That'll be okay. We may go ahead and delete this. Go to our level terrain tool. And level this with this. This will make this look a little bit better. Yeah, there are 2 cats playing in a couple Amazon boxes that I've got. Sorry for the background noise. But, yeah, sometimes can't really help it. So we're going to level all of this terrain, make this look a little bit more natural. Up to this road here. Do the same on this side. Now we'll rebuild the road. And we need to get electric and water over here. For the aquarium. I would assume an aquarium has a large demand for water. I don't know why I'm saying assume. I have 2 75 gallons behind me in the living room. But, yeah, aquariums take a lot of water. We need water and electric over here for these guys. Let's go ahead. Oh, he's got water. Perfect. Okay, so we just need electric. Let's just go ahead and run off of this for now. And can we get there? Perfect. So that supplies electric and water. What is going on over here? This is just... Oh. So if you do use the day-night cycle, you can hit triangle and switch to your night. How much you're spending at night, because obviously... Oh, we don't need water, we need electric. Obviously at night, you're using a lot more electric than you are during day. However, if you're not using that cycle, then it doesn't really matter. We need electric both. Okay. Electric and water, sorry. Let's turn this up to 120. That should answer the water demands. There we go. Now, how is our electric doing? Electric. We need a lot of electric. Okay. We may need to take a break in this episode and focus on that demand problem we're having. Which is fine. Yeah. Let's go ahead and answer this. Can we just throw down a couple more of these bad boys for right now? Let's see. Yeah, I think so. We're just going to expand this farm for right now. I want to keep these waterways clear. I wanted to keep these waterways clear. That will definitely do it. But it doesn't look like... Now, you can see, we've got quite a few abandoned buildings here. Now, you can go to your delete tool, and you can do one by one. However, every once in a while, you might hit one that's not an abandoned building. You might accidentally delete something that isn't an abandoned building. So you can go to default, roads, abandoned buildings, or buildings. And we're going to go to abandoned buildings. Then you can expand this tool, and you can see only the red things get deleted. And just like that, you're done. Just a little tip and trick. Now, we want to go to our info views and we want to check out how this oil is coming out. You can see the black area is oil. Everything across the city line is solid black. That's what all this looked like. This was all solid black. However, we are getting all of this oil stripped out of the ground pretty quickly, actually. That's why these businesses are dying, because there are no longer the resources that they need to survive. So once all of that gets out of the ground, then we can continue with what we're doing over in that area. We need garbage, don't we? Let's go ahead, put in a couple more recycling centers. Ooh, we have incineration plants. We'll put down a couple more recycling centers first. Let's do 2. And then we'll put down a few incineration plants, maybe 2. There we go. That should answer our garbage for a little while. We can go up to this little trash can and check. Production is 215,000, and processing capacity is almost 300,000. So that answers that problem for quite a while. We should be good. Now back to this area. I am going to change all of this highway as soon as we get this oil out of here. But for right now, it's a good border for where I want to stop the city, really. So what I'm thinking is all of these roads here, we're just going to come off. Of course it does. Let's start over here. Sorry, autosave. We're just going to come off all these roads here and do our main streets, really. Let's go ahead and stop about there. And stop about there. And these will just be... I don't think that's going to go up. So that one's going to come out too. And then this one can go down and up. We'll just do this for now, just to get us a baseline. And all of these streets are going to be commercial as well. These two, anyway, on the top. And once we get out of this grid, we'll start to get into more of a fluid pattern. We can actually, yeah, we can do that. And we need to put in our side streets. Now, what I'm thinking is actually, let's go ahead and do this. We're going to curve this up and try and catch all of this coastline. Come on, give me a coastline. Is it somewhere around there, right? That'll work. I apologize for the chaos in the background. Dogs are fighting with cats. Not fighting, they're all playing. They're having a good time, but you know what I mean. It is absolute bedlam here. Alright, electric's connected back up. So what I'm thinking is kind of having... I may downgrade that to... Yeah, we may just go with... We're going to change that. And actually, yeah, let's go with the Grassline Road. We're going to upgrade all of this just to this. Which probably, if I would have done it the first time, wouldn't have deleted that section of power lines. But hey, you live and then you learn. Or you live and you keep doing the same dang thing over and over and over. Now, connect that straight. And this is kind of what I'm thinking. We're going to kind of curve. Maybe this will go straight over to here and then curve up to here. Not positive, but for right now, we can go ahead and start building this. And by this, I mean high density residential. Let's see, so how far did we come off? We came off 2 nodes over there. Come off 2 nodes over here. And I'm thinking probably right there. Maybe could have gone 1 more, but that's fine. Yeah, we could have gone 1 more. Oh well. And let's go to our curve tool. Come on, line up there. Come on now. Line up on that node. There we go. All right. So by going by the curve tool and lining up node to node, we are maximizing our area for buildable area. Maximizing the area that we can build on. Instead of going more freeform or grid, we're kind of keeping some curves to the road, but still keeping plenty of building area. So there is our first little quadrant of our new town. Now we can go and section this new town off. Let's see what they call us. I think we probably won't expand more than that. And probably something like that. We may have to expand this out again later. And you guys remind me, because I always forget whenever I expand later, I build something outside of the city limits. It mostly happens with industrial zoning. Hawthorne Heights. Hawthorne Heights, I like it. Now, we need to get some water lines through this entire area. Easy peasy. We're going to go down 460 and over, and that gives us the perfect little line. We'll do the same here. You can hear things leveling up. Those are businesses and homes that have leveled up for either park benefits or amenities. Alright, so we'll go ahead and zone off this whole area with water. And actually, we're going to stop here. Zone that whole area off with water, and it already has power. So we can start adding... we are at 10,200. We can start adding our high-density residential. Let's go ahead and go with the fill tool. And you can see the fill tool right now is a big circle. If you go to the small brush and then go to the fill tool, then it makes this small little bitty circle, which I find a lot easier to work with. So we're going to zone those off and watch these buildings come in. This is kind of in the valley of Hawthorne Heights, but that's where we're building first because of the electrical lines. Now, there's a lot of YouTube videos that you can watch, and I watch a lot of YouTube videos on building in City Skylines, and there's a lot of tricks that you can do. And most all of them, if you go ahead and skip every other, kind of like this, skip every other square, and then maybe put some trees here or a park path or something, it makes it look a lot more realistic. It makes it actually seem like a city. If you drive through cities, for the most part, you don't have a lot of high-rise buildings right next to each other. It depends on the density of the city. Especially for a build like this, we're not going for all that dense of a city. We're going for more little sparse pockets of population. However, this is kind of one of the meccas, so we're going to have all of these right next to each other for right now. We got to get this map up to 80,000 population during this series so that I can show you everything that gets unlocked during your gameplay. So I do need, like this pocket here, this Hawthorne Heights, we need this to be a whole bunch, and I shouldn't have. I'm planning on coming off of this out to here. Like this street here would probably come out and finish off this whole area, and this street here will probably come out. So we will probably delete some of these. I wanted to more focus on things on the inside like this, but that's fine. We can adjust and rebuild and demolish, because that's what you do in this game. You manage traffic, you build things, you destroy it, you rebuild it, which is kind of a lot like construction in real life, to be honest with you. All right. So, we still have a few dead bodies on the map, but maybe it's just because they're having a hard time getting over there. There's no traffic. Not here anyway. We are getting backed up on the highway. We're going to have to answer this real quick. We got to figure out something with this. Excuse me. Yeah, we got to figure out something with this really fast, because this is not working. Let's see. So... we might just go ahead and put down a couple one-way roads for temporary fix, but I want to check out our development over here. Now, like I said, I want to get a few unique buildings in this. little area. So we're going to go ahead and put one of these parks down. What's the friendly neighborhood park? Let's do this. Let's do it here, though. Let's do it here, actually. Yeah, the very back, we're going to put the friendly neighborhood park. Perfect. Perfect. Now, these unique buildings actually cause a lot of... oh, calm down. You're a park. What do you need electric for? Actually cause a lot of noise pollution because they are main attractions in the city. So you don't necessarily want too many houses by it. But another way to reduce your noise pollution is to add trees. So if you go over to the landscaping tool over here, we're going to add some trees here at the back just to try and give a buffer of just to try and give a buffer of noise. There we go. From this park, because this park is not necessarily a real park, it is a monument, so it will cause a lot of noise. However, you can see we are expanding quickly. 11,000 is the next milestone that we need to hit. We're still on abandoned buildings, so we can do that. Make sure and be careful, because you will mess up and delete something. You'll still be on abandoned buildings or something like that and delete something that you didn't mean to. We'll change that back down to the default. Now we've got 11,000 we need to reach for our next milestone. We're only a couple hundred away. We'll reach that quickly before we finish this episode. However, we can add a whole bunch of commercial over here. And we're going to go with, obviously, high density commercial. At least here we are. Let's go ahead and do that first. At least there we are on the one way. We will probably do it as well over here, but we might do some offset streets through this area. But for right now, we'll put that. And even if we have this, we'll just put some trees back here to fill in this pocket. So go to our landscaping tool. And let's go ahead and go to a brush. We'll up the strength, but we'll go to the brush. And we're just going to try and fill this in here. There we go. Now, anything that builds and has to remove the tree we can go back and fill it in better later. But for right now, and you can see we have evergreens out here, we have evergreens here. You need to match the trees, obviously. For now, that will work. I think this is going to work all right. What the plan here is because the high density residential is so traffic demanding, is so have everyone come in and then get out of the way. So they don't need to stop there. I can delete that. But anyway, have everyone go left. Everyone goes left. Then you veer off into the certain zones that you need to veer off into, kind of diverting the traffic through arteries, really. Now, we have reached small city milestone. In this milestone, we have unlocked level 6 unique buildings. We've unlocked the train, finally. Now we can go and readjust all of that stuff that I want to do in the, I guess it would be the west corner of the map. We've got monorail, cable cars. We've got new policies for small business and big business, high-tech housing, new roads. We've got stuff for the things that we've unlocked. Cable cars, trains, blah, blah, blah. Yoga garden, basketball arena, hydro plant. Yeah, we're not going to do too much of any of this stuff. However, we are at our next milestone, which means we can end the episode. Thank you very much for joining us here. We're doing pretty good. Got some trash problems over here. I want to see how we doing on oil. So once all this oil comes out of the ground, it will just naturally the buildings will just start shutting down. For the most part, it will start shutting down. You got to watch it though, because once this oil comes out of the ground, you need to destroy this whole area, because they will stay in operation and just import all of the supplies that they need. You can see this is a terrible traffic management system, but I wasn't worried about traffic. I was worried about just getting this stuff out of the ground. Hawthorne Heights is coming along nicely. Why'd we lose this business? Because it's a one-tile business, that's why. Hawthorne Heights is coming on nicely. We will come down into this area. Maybe in the next episode, we need to do a lot of work with our highways and trains. We are going to pretty much do the same thing over here, and maybe even over here, kind of gridded, kind of sectioned off. We might break this down into smaller subsects. Let's see how much population Hawthorne Heights has right now. We're already at 1,000, so that might be just Hawthorne Heights there. Just this one little section, and then maybe just one little section over here for another area. I kind of like to keep the residentials down to a couple thousand. You get too big, and it just, the traffic is just terrible. Anyway, we will continue all that and much, much more in the episodes to come. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for joining us here at CCSC. City coming along nicely. We are expanding and growing. Please like, subscribe, hit that notification bell. We'll see you next time.